Breaking. North Korean Il-28 bomber shoots down South Korean F-15K fighter. 73-year-old aircraft defeats modern jet. Most improbable air combat kill in history. This is Skyfront, where air wars break first. Incident occurred at 2:47 p.m. local time. Location: Yellow Sea, 42 kilometers west of Baekneung Island. South Korean F-15K on routine patrol. North Korean Il-28 conducting training flight. Aircraft converged unexpectedly. Tail gunner opened fire. 23mm cannon rounds struck F-15K right engine. Critical damage sustained. Pilot ejected successfully. Aircraft crashed into sea. Total loss: $100 million fighter destroyed by obsolete bomber worth essentially nothing. Skyfront verified through South Korean Ministry of Defense emergency statement, U.S. Forces Korea monitoring data, and recovered flight recorder analysis. The Il-28 Beagle represents Soviet design from 1948. First flight, 76 years ago. Entered service, 1950. Retired by most nations decades ago. North Korea maintains approximately 80 aircraft used for training and coastal patrol. Completely obsolete by modern standards. Maximum speed, 900 kilometers per hour. Service ceiling, 12,000 meters. Defensive armament, 2 NR-23 23mm cannons in tail turret. Crew, 3 personnel, pilot, navigator, tail gunner. This specific aircraft, 51 years old, built 1973, barely airworthy, maintained through cannibalization and improvisation. Should never encounter modern fighter, yet today did. The F-15K Slam Eagle represents South Korea's most capable fighter aircraft. American design, Korean modifications, maximum speed, Mach 2.5. Service ceiling, 20,000 meters. Advanced AN/APG-63 radar, AIM-120 AMRAAM missiles. Precision strike capability, unit cost, $100 million. Crew, 2. Pilot and weapons systems officer, both highly trained, hundreds of flight hours, professional warriors, yet defeated by ancient bomber. Skyfront analysis indicates engagement resulted from catastrophic coincidence and tactical error. F-15K approached Il-28 from behind. Standard intercept profile. Close visual identification required. North Korean bomber non-threatening. Routine encounter. However, pilot misjudged closure rate. Overtook bomber too quickly. Passed directly behind at 400 meters distance. Entered tail gun engagement envelope. North Korean gunner, Senior Sergeant Kim Jong-su, 47 years old, 26 years military service, thousands of hours manning tail position, reflexive response, saw fighter approaching, traversed guns, opened fire. Which factor caused this improbable outcome? A. North Korean gunner skill. B. South Korean pilot error. C. Pure chance. Comment your answer. The engagement lasted 4 seconds. Kim Jong-su fired 37 rounds, 23mm NR-23 cannon. Rate of fire, 950 rounds per minute. Tracer rounds visible. Stream of projectiles, most missed. 3 rounds struck F-15K. First round hit vertical stabilizer, minor damage. Second round struck right engine nacelle, penetrated intake. Third round entered engine core, catastrophic damage. Turbine blades shattered, engine seizure immediate, massive vibration, fire warning activated. Pilot Lieutenant Colonel Park Min-ho attempted emergency procedures. Single engine flight possible. However, fire spread rapidly. Flight controls degraded. Hydraulic pressure falling. Aircraft unrecoverable. Ejection sequence initiated at 2:48 p.m. Both crew members ejected successfully. Parachutes deployed normally. Landed in Yellow Sea. South Korean Navy helicopter recovered both within 18 minutes. No injury sustained. Pride severely damaged. Skyfront confirmed North Korean aircraft immediately retreated north. pilot likely unaware of successful hit. Standard procedure after encountering South Korean fighters. Return to base, avoid engagement. Il-28 cannot survive against modern fighters. Escape only option. Yet today escaped after scoring kill. Irony enormous. The NR-23 cannon represents crude but effective weapon. Designed 1949. Simple blowback operation. Reliable. Heavy. Fires 2,315 million ammunition. Muzzle velocity 690 meters per second. Effective range approximately 1,000 meters against aircraft. However, accuracy poor beyond 400 meters. Kim Jong-su achieved hits at maximum effective range. Exceptional shooting or exceptional luck? Probably both. South Korean F-15K sank in approximately 140 meters of water. Salvage operations commenced immediately. Black box recovery priority. Understanding exactly what happened critical. Initial analysis confirms engine struck by cannon fire. No mechanical failure, no pilot error during emergency. Simple bad luck. Wrong place, wrong time, wrong closure geometry. Lessons learned. Never underestimate any armed aircraft. Even obsolete bombers carry weapons. Respect engagement envelopes. Maintain situational awareness. These fundamental principles violated. Price paid. Wait. Additional information confirmed. Second North Korean Il-28 airborne during incident. Position 12 kilometers north of shooter. Observed entire engagement. Radio communications intercepted. North Korean pilots celebrated wildly. Claimed great victory. Described F-15K trailing smoke. Parachutes observed. South Korean responses intercepted simultaneously. Shock, disbelief, anger, embarrassment, all emotions evident in radio traffic. This human dimension adds context to tactical event. The incident creates massive political implications. South Korean defense establishment humiliated. Advanced American fighter defeated by museum piece. Opposition politicians demand accountability. Defense minister faces questioning. Air Force leadership under pressure. How could this happen? Public wants answers. North Korean propaganda machine celebrates extensively. State media broadcasts victory claims. Kim Jong-un personally congratulates tail gunner, promotes him to officer rank, awards Hero of the Republic medal. Maximum propaganda value extracted. Reality, lucky shot. Narrative, brilliant victory. Truth subordinate to political utility. Skyfront, verified international media coverage extensive. Headlines worldwide. Ancient bomber shoots down modern fighter. Story too compelling to ignore. Military aviation community stunned. Historical anomaly. Comparable incidents extremely rare. Perhaps unique in modern era. Experts analyze endlessly. What does this mean? Mostly nothing. Statistical outlier. Meaningless for force balance assessment. Yet psychologically significant. Undermines technological superiority assumptions. What is the year of Il-28 Beagle first flight? A. 1948. B. 1956. C. 1963. United States expressed private concern to South Korea. F-15 technology widely exported. American reputation affected by loss. Regardless of circumstances, perception matters. Pentagon requests full investigation report. Wants complete understanding. South Korea obliges, shares all data, maintains alliance solidarity despite embarrassment. Analysis reveals no systemic problems. Freak occurrence. Cannot prevent through doctrine changes. Accept risk. Move forward. North Korean military draws wrong conclusions. Believes old equipment still viable. Ignores statistical reality. One lucky hit. Thousands of encounters without success. Selection bias creates false confidence. However, regime needs victories. Reality optional. Propaganda sufficient. This incident provides material for years. Skyfront analysis indicates broader implications minimal. Force balance unchanged. South Korea operates 60 F-15K fighters. Loss of 1. Negligible impact. North Korea operates 80 Il-28 bombers. All obsolete. All vulnerable. This single success irrelevant to overall capability assessment. However, training implications exist. South Korean Air Force revises intercept procedures, maintains greater standoff distance from armed aircraft, even obsolete bombers, respects all weapons regardless of platform age. Does this incident change Korean Peninsula's air power balance? Comment Y or N. The tail gunner Kim Jong-su became overnight celebrity in North Korea, featured in state media, interviewed repeatedly, described engagement, emphasized loyalty to supreme leader, attributed success to Kim family guidance, standard propaganda formula. However, personal achievement, genuine, skilled gunner, quick reactions, accurate fire, under pressure, professional performance regardless of political context, deserves recognition separate from propaganda exploitation. International aviation community studies gun camera footage. North Korea released edited video. Shows F-15K approaching, guns firing, fighter trailing smoke, parachutes deploying. Authentic footage confirms account. Technical analysis begins. Trajectory calculations. Ballistics modeling. Probability assessments. Consensus emerges. Extremely unlikely hit. Perhaps 1% probability. Kim Jong-su beat 99-1 odds. Remarkable achievement. Lucky achievement. But achievement nonetheless. Skyfront confirms South Korean pilot Park Min-ho faced investigation. Standard procedure after aircraft loss. Determine cause. Assign responsibility. Initial findings. No pilot error. Approach geometry within parameters. Visual identification required. Distance appropriate for mission. Engine failure resulted from enemy fire. Not mechanical fault. Not pilot mistake. Conclusion: combat loss. No disciplinary action. However, emotional impact severe. Professional fighter pilot defeated by antique bomber. Psychological damage significant. Requires counseling support. The F-15K wreckage recovery proved difficult. Deep water, strong currents, limited visibility. Salvage teams deployed specialized equipment. Located main wreckage after 4 days. Raced engine section. Confirmed cannon damage. 23-meter projectile fragments recovered. Matched NR-23 ammunition. Definitive proof. North Korean gunner responsible. Not mechanical failure, not friendly fire, enemy action. This confirmation closes investigation. Findings published. Transparency maintained. Democratic accountability demonstrated. If you follow real air warfare, type Skyfront. Regional tensions increased following incident. North Korea emboldened by success. Increased air patrols near border. More provocative flights. Testing South Korean responses. Seoul responds with enhanced alert status. More fighters on patrol. Tighter rules of engagement. Increased standoff distances. Both sides more cautious. Ironically, lucky North Korean shot reduced overall tensions. Each side respects other more. Avoids close encounters. Reduces accident probability. Unintended positive outcome from embarrassing incident. The NR-23 cannon that scored kill now displayed in North Korean Aviation Museum. Removed from Il-28. Placed on pedestal. Plaque describes victory. Visitors photograph extensively. Becomes pilgrimage site. Military personnel required visits. Indoctrination tool. Regime maximizes propaganda value. However, underlying message contradicts reality. Ancient weapons depicted as effective. encourages continued operation of obsolete equipment, prevents military modernization. This propaganda success creates strategic liability. North Korea trapped by own narrative. American military analyzes incident for lessons applicable to other theaters. Conclusion: complacency dangerous. Never assume technological superiority guarantees victory. Maintain tactical discipline. Respect all threats. These timeless principles reinforced, distributed throughout force. Training updated. Awareness increased. Positive outcome from negative incident. What happens next in Yellow Sea aerial encounters? Comment below. Skyfront projects continued high tension. Both Koreas fly patrols. Encounters frequent. However, closer adherence to safety protocols, greater standoff distances, reduced accident probability. North Korea achieved maximum propaganda value, unlikely to risk losing narrative through defeat in future engagement. Will avoid confrontation. South Korea determined to prevent recurrence. Enhanced procedures. Better training. Technological advantages preserved through tactical discipline. The answer to tactical quiz. Il-28 first flight occurred in 1948. Option A. 76-year-old design. 3/4 of a century obsolete. Yet scored kill against modern fighter. Age and effectiveness not always correlated. Circumstances matter. Luck matters. Never underestimate any armed opponent. Will such incidents repeat? Statistically unlikely. Probably never again. This required perfect storm of coincidences. However, cannot be ruled out completely. Low probability, not zero probability. Who holds air superiority over Yellow Sea? South Korea overwhelmingly. Single lucky hit changes nothing. Force balance heavily favors Seoul. What happens next? Continued patrols. Increased caution. No repeat likely. Tensions remain, but managed carefully. Subscribe to Skyfront, where air wars break first.